Well, the Premier League has started and it did not disappoint. And in this video, we are going to be focusing on 5 things that we learned after watching Liverpool versus Bournemouth that ended 4-2 to Liverpool, of course. But we have to focus on the likes of Ekitike, Chiesa, midfield problems, direct threat from Bournemouth, a lot of things that we are going to be talking about in this video. So do not go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, because we are going to be tackling every single thing that is the major talking point in this game. So sit back, get ready, because the Premier League is back. Let's go. So first things first, we have to talk about Hugo Ekitike's statement debut. This statement absolutely came soon, very, very quick and very talented, might I add, because Hugo Ekitike didn't just score and assist. He has redefined the way Liverpool are attacking and his reference point. He has redefined it. You understand? He has that ability to drop in, drag the defense or the defender or the center back away from his line, and then all of a sudden spring back into position without anybody knowing him, knowing where he's going. It is brilliant to see, bruv. His movements blurred the lines between a traditional number 9 and a false 9. He would drop in deep to link the play with the likes of Vert, Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, and then burst right back into the box. He does, and he also has the pace to get into the box before the attacking phase actually goes out. And that's the brilliant part about this situation. And then you have to also look at the chemistry with Cody Gakpo, that it was absolutely instant. Their 2-goal contribution showed Liverpool can now attack through central overloads and not just the wide areas. Because last season, what Liverpool used to win the league was Mohamed Salah, was Cody Gakpo, was Luis Diaz. But the idea was always via the wide channels. But now, Hugo Ekitike has just opened the central channels, because now a lot of things can be done. The last time I saw Liverpool firing on all cylinders from the central channel was Firmino and maybe Luis Suarez going back. And it's beautiful to see. And then you have to look at, the second thing we have to look at is the midfield imbalance is still a concern for Liverpool. With Ryan Gravenberch suspended, Arne Slot paired Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister in a double pivot. And that situation, it just did not work for me. Szoboszlai is somebody that wants to urge forward. He's somebody that wants to push forward. And then leaving Mac Allister to do the defensive work during transitions is very easy for you to actually break down. And I think that is a problem. It's a problem because we need to be careful. Liverpool absolutely needs to be careful, because everybody knows that they have attacking threat going forward. And of course, they have a really good defense, but the midfield is also the engine of the team. You bypass the midfield easily, you're putting the defense in a huge problem. And that's what we saw in Semenyo's second goal, by the way. I add, what a beautiful goal it was. What a beautiful goal. But we'll be talking about Semenyo in the next point. Szoboszlai forward. Georges left Mac Allister isolated in the defensive transitions. A gap that Bournemouth exploited to both Semenyo goals. Both of them. This hints as a structural vulnerability. Liverpool's attacking depth is elite. But without a disciplined ball winner alongside Mac Allister, they are open to so many counterattacks and transitional attacking. That is a problem, because we saw that same problem impair Manchester City's title race at one point. And of course, then Pep Guardiola figured it out by bringing John Stones to play that position. But that is something that is right. It jumped out at me right the moment the game started. It jumped out right at me. So Liverpool definitely has something there to fix. And then in the next topic and in the next focus, the third thing that has happened in this game that I noticed is Bournemouth a direct threat. Bournemouth's direct threat. And of course, Semenyo's resilience. Antoine Semenyo scored a brace, and this brace was not opportunistic. It was pure masterclass, exploiting space in behind Van's fullbacks. That's what he was able to do. He saw the space that opened up with Kerkesh because he was putting Kerkesh on a freaking skating rink because he just could not stop him. In fact, he pulled his pants down. That's what Semenyo did to Kerkesh. And of course, we also saw the second goal where he got the ball in the middle of his own half and started running through midfield. Running through and then literally made Van Dijk and Konate look like they were scared of him. They were backpedaling. Just straight up backpedaling in that situation. Semenyo's runs targeted Milos Kerkesh and the late Wataru Endo, and later, oh my god. His runs targeted Milos Kerkesh and later Wataru Endo, who was out of position at not right back, but left back. His runs targeted Milos Kerkesh and later Wataru Endo, who was out of position in the right back position, showing how quickly Liverpool's shape can be stretched. Because in that second half, it literally looked like a basketball game. And that is a lack of control. That right there should not be the case for the defending champions. The mental strength for Semenyo to score twice after receiving racial abuse mid-match led to how powerful his mindset is and how great this performance was. Because he just went in there and shut that dude down. He said, "Shut up. Watch this." I'm quite disappointed that this is still happening. This same thing happened against Matthias Tel when he missed the penalty against PSG in the Super Cup final. That same thing happened. I don't know the solution, but boy, I wish we had it right now. And now the fourth point in this situation is the impact of the bench and game management. Arne Slot's substitution flipped the momentum back into Liverpool's favour. The forgotten man Federico Chiesa in the 88th minute. What a volley he produced, something fresh. Something intelligent, something that only somebody that has that ability can actually do it. Because he was falling the opposite way and was able to use the top of his, oh my god, the technique is so difficult to even explain, talk less of to carry out in person. But I am so happy for Federico Chiesa because last season, he was the forgotten man. Last season, I can count in one hand how many games he played. But he came in today and got what felt like the winning goal. And the club absolutely went wild. Wild, because this is also a tribute to to Jota and his brother Andre. That was a tribute game for Jota and his brother Andre. And Chiesa came up and showed out why he's still a talented guy. And then now let's look at Mohamed Salah, the Mo opening day. This is his 10th goal in the Premier League opening day. Record-breaking 10th goal. That shot, and bear in mind, his goal was out of nowhere. It was something that I thought Bournemouth was going to get in terms of the ball just went over the defense. Mohamed Salah decided to go for it. Got to the ball before the defender. Took it into the 18-yard box, caught it into his right foot, and dispatched it as if he's a right-footed player. But that is Mohamed Salah for you. He can absolutely be ghost for the entire 90 minutes, and then in the 91st minute, pop out and show everybody who is Mohamed Salah. And that is what a goal scorer does. That is what one of the best players does. We have seen Cristiano Ronaldo do the same thing. We have seen Lionel Messi do the same thing. We have seen Neymar do the same thing. In the biggest of moments, they absolutely show their face. This shows that Liverpool's depth can be absolutely decisive again this season. But they definitely need to do something about controlling the game. They cannot continue with this whole idea of a basketball match. That wouldn't work. Last but not the least point in this game that we noticed is the emotional undercurrents, the mental fortitude of this Liverpool side. That night, today, was so charged with tributes to Diogo Jota and his brother Andre, whose death in July cast a huge shadow over this opener. But one thing is for sure, they played as if they wanted to win that game for Diogo Jota. And I'm happy they actually did. I am not a Liverpool fan, but I think there are some things that are just more than football. There are some gestures that just mean more than football, and this is one of them. Liverpool's ability to regain composure after losing a 2-goal lead in a game where they were already heavy with emotions speaks truly to how mentally resilient they are. I also just have to caution though, the defensive lapses that allowed Bournemouth back into the game suggest that the emotional energy alone won't be able to sustain a title defense. They absolutely need to fix this structural flaw because it is absolutely essential. It is essential for them to do it. It's essential. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this situation down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button, and let me know what you think down in the comments. But for one thing, we can't go any further without saying, salute to you, brother, Antoine Semenyo. You are better than those absolute idiots that were in the stands giving you those abuses. I am absolutely sorry because the world of football should be better than that. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.